A very good evening, Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, esteemed speakers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. You may now take your seats. A warm welcome to all of you to the joint inauguration of the Evaluation Conclave and Summit for the Future of Evaluation, jointly organized by Community of Evaluators South Asia, Eval for Action Campaign, Independent Evaluation Office of the United Nations Populations Fund, Evaluate Global Network, Global Parliamentarians Forum for Evaluation, and the International Organization for Cooperation in Evaluation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this powerful convergence of thought leadership, practice, and vision from across the globe marks our shared commitment to elevate the role of evaluation in shaping inclusive, data-informed, and impact-driven development pathways. And in keeping with tradition, let us commence the day's proceedings with the lighting of the traditional oil lamp. And in order to do the honors, we warmly invite Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, Honorable Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, Honorable Kabir Hashim, Chair, Global Parliamentarians Forum for Evaluation, Senior Professor Padmalal Maunage, Vice Chancellor of University of Sri Jawatanapura, Mr. Pradeep Saputantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister, Mr. Marco Sigoni, Director, UNFPA Independent Evaluation Office, Mr. Marc-Andre France, UN Resident Coordinator, Ms. Azusa Kubota, Country Representative, UNDP, Mr. Emmanuel Jimenez, Director General, IED Asian Development Bank, Dr. Rajib Nandi, Chairperson, Community of Evaluators South Asia, Mr. Khalil Bithar, President, IOCE, that is the International Organization for Cooperation in Evaluation, Ms. Anna Erika Lareza, Chair, Eval Youth Global Network, Ms. Ada Ocampo, President, Ideas Global, and Dr. Soma De Silva, former president of Sri Lanka Evaluation Association. We cordially invite these dignitaries to please light the traditional oil lamp. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the pride of Sri Lanka, the national anthem.
Sri Lanka Mata, Abba Sri Lanka, Namo, 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 Namo Mata. වේ අප ශක්ති අප හද තුල භක්ති ඔබ අප ආලෝකේ අපගේ අනුප්‍රාණේ ඔබ අප ජීවන වේ අප මුක්තිය ඔබගේ නව ජීවන දෙමිනේ පිටින අප පුබුදු කරන් මාතා ඥාන වීර වඩවමින රැගෙන යනු මැන ජය භූමි කරා එක මවකගේ දරු කැළඹෙලිනා යමු යමු වී නොපමා ප්‍රේම වඩා සමතේද දුරනදම් නමෝ නමෝ මාතා අප ශ්‍රී ලංකා නමෝ 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 මාතා අප ශ්‍රී ලංකා නමෝ 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 මාතා
Thank you. Please be seated. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in order to formally welcome you all for the joint inauguration of the Evaluation Conclave and Summit for the Future of Evaluation, first off, we'd like to cordially invite Dr. Rajiv Nandi, Chairperson of Community of Evaluators, South Asia.
Hi everyone, Namaste and good evening. Honorable Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, Honorable Kabir Hashim, Member of Parliament Sri Lanka, Mr. Marc-André France, UN Resident Coordinator, Mr. Marco Sigone, Director, Independent Evaluation Office of United Nations Population Fund, distinguished representatives from UN organizations, multilateral development banks and Government of Sri Lanka, distinguished representatives from the media, esteemed dignitaries, fellow evaluators, colleagues, and friends. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all to the 6th Evaluation Conclave and the Summit for the Future of Evaluation here in the beautiful city of Colombo. The journey of Evaluation Conclave began in 2010 in New Delhi. Since then, the Community of Evaluators South Asia has convened thought leaders, practitioners, policymakers across five previous editions in Delhi, in Kathmandu, in Thimphu, and most recently through a hybrid format in 2022. Today, we are delighted to gather here in Colombo for the first time at a moment that calls for both reflection and reimagination. This year's theme, Future-Ready Evaluation, Integrating Voices and Localizing Evaluation for Global Impact, is both timely and urgent. It speaks to the evolving role of evaluation in a world shaped by complexity, disruption, and transformation. It calls on us to center diverse voices, especially those at the margins, while ensuring that global evaluation systems remain grounded in local realities. Over the next 3 days, we'll engage in 30 technical sessions and keynote plenaries across 7 core sub-themes of the Evaluation Conclave, featuring around 100 speakers and experts from South Asia and across the world. Today, we already concluded 10 skill-building workshops on topics ranging from evaluating AI systems and the transformative power of evaluation to integrating a disability lens in gender-responsive monitoring and evaluation and building robust organizational M&E systems. I thank all the facilitators and participants who made those workshops vibrant spaces for learning and exchange. A key highlight of this conclave is the Summit for the Future of Evaluation, a collaborative initiative of the Eval for Action campaign led by the Independent Evaluation Office of the United Nations Population Fund and its global co-leaders. The summit will host 6 plenary sessions focusing on critical areas such as the role of youth in evaluation, the ethical and effective use of emerging technologies and artificial intelligence, and how we prepare our systems and institutions for the future. Alongside, we are also hosting a side event on the global evaluation agenda to help shape a collective vision for the decade ahead. As we begin this journey together, I invite you all to connect, contribute, and collaborate. Let us use this platform not only to advance our knowledge, but to collectively shape the future of evaluation that is inclusive, grounded, and impactful. Thank you once again for being with us. We look forward to 3 days of rich conversations, shared commitments, and renewed energy. Welcome to the Evaluation Conclave and the Summit for the Future of Evaluation. Thank you, and warm regards.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rajiv Nandi. And also, ladies and gentlemen, in order to welcome you for our conclave and summit this evening, we'd now like to invite Honorable Kabir Hashim, the Chair of Global Parliamentarians Forum for Evaluation.
Honorable Prime Minister, Madam Prime Minister, distinguished guests, I am here on the podium because I'm supposed to do the welcome speech on behalf of Sri Lanka as a Sri Lankan parliamentarian, and also because I wear another hat because I represent the Global Parliamentary Forum for Evaluation, which is a key part of the future, the Summit for the Future of Evaluation. And so I'm going to do both. I'm not good at welcome speeches. I'm used to long speeches, but they told me this has to be under 4 minutes. So I don't have much time. And I'm with so many illustrious people here to welcome, so many personalities in the field of evaluation. It's sometimes difficult in this long list to keep the time that the organizers have told me. But I promise I will be as brief as possible, no matter how long it takes. So I'm going to be taking as little time as possible. First of all, I would like to welcome the Honorable Dr.Harini Amarasuriya, who's always played a role, been with us before also at evaluation conferences, for taking the time and being with us and encouraging us. We thank you, Madam. I would like to thank Mr. Pradeep Saputantri, the Secretary to the Honorable Prime Minister, for being able to come and be with us. Ms. S.S. Mudalige, the Director General of the Department of Policy, Project Management and Monitoring, Senior Professor Patmalal Manage, the Vice Chancellor of the Sri Javadanapura University, Mr. Marcus Sagoni, without whom we couldn't have had this. We are happy he's here, Director of the Independent Evaluation Office of the UNFPA. I think Mr. Ashwani Muthu is still not here with us, right? But we are expecting him, the Director General of the Independent Evaluation Office of the New Development Bank. Mr. Emmanuel Jimenez, Director General, Independent Evaluation Office of the ADB. And Dr. Rajiv Nandi, I welcome him also because he's the man behind the scene with his team, the Chair of the Community of Evaluation of South Asia. Dr. Michael Quinn Patton, a very illustrious figure in evaluation, the former president of the American Evaluation Association. Mr. Khalil Bitar, my friend, president of the International Organization for Cooperation in Evaluation, and Ziad Musa. We wouldn't have had fun without him. The former president of the International Organization for Cooperation in Evaluation, and the lady who's always here, we thought about giving her an honorary Sri Lankan citizenship, Ms. Ada Ocampo, president of IDEAS, Ms. Anna Erika, leading the chair for Eval Youth Global Network, Marc-André Franch, the resident coordinator of the United Nations, all heads of missions of the United Nations, because there's a long list that will take too much time. Of course, Mr. Takafumi Kadano, the country director, ADB, and Johan Roberts, country representative, Asia Foundation, and others, though unmentioned, not unnoticed. All of y'all, all the key people. Thank you for being here in Sri Lanka, and thank you for supporting this whole program. What I would like to say in a short time, in the next 1 minute, is to tell you that when your only tool is a hammer, all problems start to look like nails. So for government and parliaments, we need to have access to sophisticated tools, and we need those tools to measure impact in development of policies and programs. And monitoring and evaluation is that tool which we have taught. And with AI coming in to play, it becomes more useful because M&E can be translated easier and faster for governments. I therefore think that this summit, where we are talking about the future for evaluation, it's very important for the future that I would ask one key message that I give all of you all is that at the end of this conference, the important thing to remember is not to forget. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kabir Hashim. And with that, in order to present his opening remarks, first off, we'd like to invite Mr. Marco Sigoni, Director of UNFPA Independent Evaluation Office.
Thank you very much, Dr.Harini Amarasuriya, Honorable Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, Honorable and friends, Kabir Hashim, the Chair of the Global Parliamentarian Forum for Evaluation, Khalil Bitar, the President of the International Organization for Cooperation and Evaluation, Ana Erika Lareza, the Chair of Evaluate, and Rajiv Nandi, the Chair of the Community of Evaluators South Asia. And distinguished guests, esteemed partners, passionate evaluation professionals, young and senior evaluators, joining us for this momentous joint inauguration of the Evaluation Conclave and the Summit for the Future of Evaluation in the vibrant city of Colombo. Today, we stand at an historic moment where influential evaluation is more critical than ever to address the current complex global challenges and shifts. The global geopolitical landscape is evolving, with large financial gaps in development and humanitarian areas. In a world facing increasing complexity and constrained resources, evaluation provides the critical evidence needed to ensure that development and humanitarian interventions remain effective, efficient, and transformative. It also allows us to make the strongest possible case for maintaining and increasing investments in development and humanitarian aid, and to hold stakeholders accountable. At the same time, if evaluation is to remain relevant and future fit, it also must transform, be responsive, and embrace innovation. As you know, last year, heads of governments from all over the world met at the UN General Assembly in New York at the Summit for the Future. 2 outcome documents were produced, one on young people and the future generations, and another on new technology, including artificial intelligence, AI. This is why our summit this week is focusing on these 2 priorities. Of course, this is just a start. We will need other opportunities to focus on other priorities, such as left behind population groups like indigenous people and people with disabilities, and other megatrends like climate crisis and demographic shifts. Let me just say a few words about the 2 focus of this week summit for the future of evaluation. First, young people. they are absolutely central to the world. And likely almost everybody agrees with that. Not only because they are 1.6 billion people, not only because they bring renewed energy and enthusiasm, not only because they are AI native, not only because they are the future, but actually because they are the present to ensure a better future for everybody. And therefore, we need a strong intergenerational partnership co-led by young people. As I mentioned, the second focus of the summit is about artificial intelligence. That is a little bit more controversial. Usually when I speak about AI, people ask me two questions. The first one is, well, Marco, aren't you afraid of losing your job to an AI-powered machine? And my answer is, well, actually not. I'm sure I will not lose my job to an AI-powered machine, but I'm sure I will lose my job to a human who masters artificial intelligence. And then the second question is, well, then in that case, should we resist or embrace artificial intelligence? Well, AI comes with potential benefits, but also potential risks. We therefore need neither to embrace nor resist AI, but we must actually shape it. We must shape an ethical and responsible use of artificial intelligence. And the first step is to be aware of what AI can do just right now. But make no mistake, the purpose, and this is why at the summit, we will listen to AI-generated avatar of young evaluators living in 2035. But make no mistake, the purpose of these AI-generated avatar videos is simply to demonstrate that AI is already here today with all of us, and not actually to discuss what the avatar says. We may agree or disagree. It doesn't matter, actually. It's just the opinion of an avatar. But it's important we all reach the aha moments, realizing the power of AI, and come together to shape AI, an ethical and responsible AI. Otherwise, somebody else will do it for us. If we leverage AI in an ethical and responsible manner, resources will be freed to focus on what really matters, where we can add value, and that's human relationships with all stakeholders, from community-based organizations to high-level decision makers. Human relationships based on trust. This is paramount to ensure the optimal use of evaluation. In conclusion, let me underline that the summit is not yet another conference. It's a forward-looking event to start collectively envisioning the future of evaluation in a rapidly changing world, to make it future-ready and responsive, for continued transformative impact on people's lives and sustainable and equitable development. And it's already a reflection of the future of the summit. We will, as I mentioned, listen to AI-generated avatars, engage with hundreds of young evaluators through the virtual theater, play with mood meters, Slido, virtual murals, etc. So I really look forward to the rich discussions, collaborations, and innovative ideas that will energize and emerge from the conclave and the summit. I really encourage all the participants to actively engage, share their expertise, and contribute to shaping a vibrant future for evaluation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Marco Sagoni. And now to address you all, we'd like to invite Ms. Anna Erika Lareza, Chair of Evaluate Global Network.
Wow. Good morning. It's not even good morning. Good day, good evening, everyone. So On behalf of the Evaluation Global Network, I would like to express extreme enthusiasm to be able to join you all today here at the Evaluation Conclave and at the Summit for the Future of Evaluation. And of course, to our honored guests and esteemed colleagues and all of the young people and young at heart people, it's really an honor to join you all here and have an opportunity to co-create a path forward for evaluation in this ever-evolving world. So here, as we build a future-ready evaluation system, I would just like to express the indispensable role of young people and young and emerging evaluators in this space, which quite evidently becoming non-negotiable. YEs and young people, as Marco has mentioned, are inherently fluent in the information and technologies and innovations that are currently reshaping our world. While many of us right now are still attending workshops, learning how to use AI and how to improve our practices in evaluation, young people are using these as tools, toys, for TikTok, for Reels, and short videos and dancing. And it's allowing them to become very intuitively use these tools and become very fluent with these digital technologies. And it's, if utilized in this field, it has the capacity to push the boundaries of what evaluation can achieve. And of course, the obvious one, they bring fresh perspectives, adapt very swiftly, and leverage technology to drive innovation in this field. I'm sharing this because I know that this potential is not theoretical. The story of EvaLyouth in itself is a powerful testament. Exactly 10 years ago in Kathmandu, Nepal, a group of young evaluators were empowered to realize a vision, and that's to empower young people to become competent evaluators and ensure young people are meaningfully engaged in evaluation processes. Today, on our 10th year anniversary, EvaLyouth is a proud and vibrant network. Just in Asia alone, within the first 4 to 5 years that it was established, it had proudly established over 20 national chapters across the region. And these chapters are very independent and very strong and have proven time and again of their capacity to innovate, maximizing impact with minimal resources and breaking barriers and building opportunities when none existed. So this is the undeniable evidence that I bring to you today. When given a chance, when empowered, young people demonstrate immense potential for tangible results and significant impact. Investing in young people unlocks immediate, innovative, and impactful contributions to evaluation. And Mark already shared about the summit, the virtual theater for the summit, and it's another example when young people are given the space, we are able to push the boundaries on how we could do hybrid events, providing opportunity to people who are not here with us face-to-face, providing opportunity for people who are online to be able to engage more meaningfully, allowing them to create their own virtual characters and explore a virtual space to also experience what we are experiencing here and have organic interactions and conversations and not be limited by a chat box. So, building on this proven foundation, EvaLyouth's vision remains steadfast. We will remain to keep advocating for meaningful engagement of young people until it transforms from a trend to a standard, where young voices are a norm and We aim to keep you on your toes. We will definitely be watching you guys to keep you, the evaluation community, remain relevant, agile despite the age, and remain inclusive and impactful. At the end of the day, we are for young people by young people. There is no future with young people. They are the stewards of the future. We, as the evaluation community, it's our collective responsibility to pass on the lessons, the wisdoms, the principles, and the values of evaluation to the next generation. And only then can we be truly be future ready. So the time has come for evaluation community to embrace this energy and innovation. Moving forward without the young people is not an option if we want to keep pace with the technology and the evolving global landscape. So, in this space, in this conclave, in this summit, I will issue a clear call to action for everyone in this room to reflect deeply on how we can collectively enhance engagement with young people in all aspects of our work. And this space, please use this space to figure out how we can co-create better for the future of evaluation. And I'm certainly looking forward to working with you all and having a productive conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Anna Erika Lareza. And now to speak a few words, we cordially invite Mr. Khalil Bithar, President of International Organization for Cooperation in Evaluation.
Good evening, everyone. Honorable Prime Minister Dr.Harini Amarasuriya, Honorable Kabir Hashim, dear Dr. Rajiv Nandi, Marco Sigoni, Erika Larissa, and so many friends and colleagues who are here with us and online. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed members of the evaluation community here and online, dear friends and colleagues, welcome to the Evaluation Conclave 2025 and the Summit for the Future of Evaluation. Thank you for coming from all around the region and many also across the world to attend the conclave and the summit in the beautiful and inspiring Colombo and Sri Lanka. I look forward to great discussions, exchanges, and learning with all of you in the workshops, in the different sessions. And thanks to really community of evaluators South Asia and colleagues in Eval for Action who have been working for weeks and months for us to convene here. So their effort also, they were to really have a well-organized but impactful and inclusive event which we see. And a lot of the vision for the summit comes from a person who always, his vision has guided us, worked a lot with us. So Marco, not to put you on the spot, but thank you for a few months ago saying, what do you think about doing this, and energizing all of us to do this. So really, this is much appreciated. We also fortunate to have among us during this event evaluation leaders and pioneers who shaped and transformed our field. They are very humble, they're sitting around, but they have shaped really this field from the start, whether in theory, in practice, but also in governance, evaluation collaborations. I represent IUCE, the International Organization for Cooperation in Evaluation, which has 167 national evaluation association. There are some people here with us who established this system and this governance and this global evaluation movement. And so we are very grateful to have them with us. We're also lucky to have perhaps the strongest representation of young and emerging evaluators I have ever personally seen. I know that we're improving from time to time, but every time it's increasing. At times when I started, it was really hard to even be in a conference, and you don't see young people. Now it's changing. So even since the eval year, what we say eval year, the year of evaluation 2015, and now we see big movement with the evaluation movement for young people, youth evaluation movement, and the Global Evaluation Network, which my colleague represents, and we have many members of it. So in a way, this seems to be the most intergenerational evaluation event, and I think it can really offer a model for future events where intergeneration aspect is very important. It's not only young, it's not only seasoned, it's the mix. If we don't look at our past, our present, our future, we will never have future fit evaluation. So this is a good opportunity. I think we can be very productive in these few days, having this great opportunity of pioneers and young, and us many in the middle, lost. I'm joking about this. But hopefully that the space will be for everybody to engage in productive conversations. And finally, you will see a little bit, perhaps too much of me during the summit, because I will be the MC. But I want to share a few words, actually inspired by Michael Quinn-Patton's use of songs and music. Don't afraid, I'm not going to sing. I'm just going to say some words that mean a lot to me. As you prepare your breakfast, think of others. Don't forget the pigeon's food. As you conduct your wars, think of others. Don't forget those who seek peace. As you pay your water bill, think of others, those who nursed by clouds. As you return home, to your home, think of others. Don't forget the people of the camps. As you sleep and count the stars, think of others, those who have nowhere to sleep. As you liberate yourself with metaphors, think of others, those who have lost the right to speak. And when you think of others far away, think of yourself. Say, if I only wear a candle in the dark. Words by Mahmoud Darwish, Palestinian national poet, that I think he's also perhaps an evaluator saying those words, and I hope they help us thinking of others outside here and what is this evaluation field all about. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Khalil Bithar. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in order to address you all, please join me in welcoming our distinguished chief guest this evening, Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, Honorable Prime Minister of Sri Lanka.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Honorable Kabir Hashim, Chair, Global Parliamentarians Forum for Evaluation, Mr. Pradeep Saputantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister. That's me, I think. I wasn't quite sure how to say that. Dr. Rajiv Nandi, Chairperson, Community of Evaluators, South Asia, young and emerging evaluators, guests, colleagues, and friends, representatives from the UN and from various development agencies who are present here today. It's a pleasure to welcome you to Sri Lanka for this important gathering. And I hope your stay here and your interactions here will be productive, and that you will also get to experience the hospitality of my beautiful country. The increasing relevance of evaluation in governance, accountability, and policymaking is a positive development, and I'm pleased to see diverse participation here today. This conference brings together a wide range of actors: governments, the United Nations, parliamentarians, civil society, and young people. I also acknowledge the support of development partners whose contributions have enabled this event. I want to stress the importance of evaluation in development. When development efforts fall short, the consequences are not only financial, they affect lives, livelihoods, and opportunities. Evaluation, when integrated throughout the life cycle of policies and programs, help identify risks early, assess progress, and derive lessons for course correction. It strengthens delivery across sectors: education, health, economy, climate, humanitarian action, and supports better results for both people and the environment. Evaluation also helps us understand the effectiveness of our policies through credible evidence. It reveals not only our successes, but also where improvements are needed, particularly in addressing issues of equity and inclusion. It can expose weaknesses in both policy design and implementation, allowing us to better serve those who are often left out. To strengthen evaluation systems, therefore, we must build institutional capacities, ensure timely access to reliable data, and promote a governance culture that values evidence and continuous learning, something that is perhaps in short supply in the world today and one that we really need to confront. Evaluation allows governments to examine whether their actions are delivering results and whether they are reaching those most in need. It is central to our commitment to inclusive development. I welcome the discussions taking place through the Evaluation Conclave and the Summit for the Future of Evaluation. These forums support a whole-of-government approach that prioritizes evidence and fosters learning. They also help us explore how evaluation can remain relevant in responding to emerging national and global challenges. I hope that this conclave will also enable an open dialogue on the constraints of evaluation processes, constraints that evaluators have been facing over years. These include the excessive bureaucratization of evaluation, difficulties in ensuring evaluation actually captures change and feeds back into project or program cycles, the disconnect with people, and perhaps the harshest reality of all, that despite years of practice, research, and conferences and conclaves of this nature, we have still not made sufficient impact on the quality of our interventions. So perhaps we need to evaluate evaluators as well and evaluate conferences such as these as to why these debates and dialogues are simply not pushing what we all know and what we all agree on, and why these can't be actually turned into practices that impact what we do on the ground. I believe an honest reflection on the constraints and barriers we face are necessary for us to break through and truly make a difference. In Sri Lanka, evaluation is a requirement across public institutions. This reflects our belief that public decisions must be guided by what we know, not just what we hope. But then again, Sri Lanka is probably a great example of where these practices and bodies of knowledge and associations have existed for so long and were still unable to prevent or even predict some of the crises that we've had to face recently. This event marks an important step in strengthening the link between those who generate knowledge and those in positions to act on it. When evidence informs decision-making, policies can be more responsive, effective, and fair. The presence of young and emerging evaluators is particularly encouraging. Their engagement ensures that evaluation remains dynamic, inclusive, and future-oriented. But don't count us oldies also out. I think there's something we can still offer. So thank you for making us also part of the process. I wish you a productive and meaningful dialogue. I'm confident that your insights will inform not only national strategies, but also global thinking on evaluation. Thank you, and I hope you have a rewarding stay in Sri Lanka. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, madam, and we kindly request you to remain on stage.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now be presenting awards for excellence in the field of evaluation. And these awards are presented by the Community of Evaluators South Asia. And first off, the award goes out to Dr. Soma De Silva, former president of Sri Lanka Evaluation Association. And this award is presented in recognition of her outstanding contributions to advancing the global evaluation community and championing evidence-based practices in South Asia. Congratulations, Dr. Soma De Silva. And the next award is presented to Mr. Ziad Musa, former president, IOCE. And this award is presented in appreciation of his leadership and unwavering commitment to strengthening evaluation networks and fostering global collaboration. Congratulations, Mr. Musa. And the next award for excellence in the field of evaluation goes out to Ms. Ada Ocampo, President of Ideas Global. The award is conferred upon Ms. Ada Ocampo in recognition of her visionary leadership and dedication to promoting evaluation excellence and professionalism worldwide. Congratulations, Ms. Ada. And the next award goes out to Mr. Marco Sagoni, Director, UNFPA Independent Evaluation Office. And the award is conferred upon Mr. Sagoni in recognition of his pioneering efforts in advancing evaluation as a tool for evidence-based decision-making and social impact. Congratulations, Mr. Sagoni. And the final award goes out to Professor Michael Quinn Patton, Founder and Director of Utilization Focused Evaluation. And this award is presented in appreciation of his transformative contributions to the field of evaluation and his dedication to shaping future-ready evaluation practices. Congratulations, Professor. Well, we'd like to request Madam and Sir to please remain on stage, as, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to a moment of great symbolism and significance, and that is the passing of the evaluation torch. And for this segment, we'd also like to invite on stage Mr. Marcos Sagoni, Mr. Khalil Bithar, Honorable Kabir Hashim, and Ms. Anna Erika Lareza. Well, first off, we'd like to request Mr. Marcos Sagoni to speak a few words of this special segment.
Thank you very much. Well, now I would say it's my turn to give something to you. Now, on behalf of the Eval for Action global movement and the community of evaluators South Asia, we are really pleased to give you the evaluation torch. The evaluation torch is really a symbol of the powerful intergenerational and multi-stakeholder partnership for evaluation to be a tool for a better world for everybody. It started the journey 10 years ago at the Parliament of Nepal. It went through 70 different countries, and now it landed here in Sri Lanka, demonstrating that Sri Lanka is a global actor in the global evaluation community. So with this, we are really humble to give you the evaluation torch.
Thank you very much, Dr.Harini Amarasuriya, Honorable Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, for receiving the evaluation torch.
Travel to the next country.
Thank you very much for doing the honors. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this evaluation torch presents knowledge, continuity, and the enduring spirit of learning, accountability, and transformation that lies at the heart of evaluation. And as we pass it forward, we honor the contributions of those who came before us while placing our trust in the hands of those who will carry the work into the future with fresh perspectives, inclusive approaches, and bold vision. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's a quick video on the community of evaluators South Asia, which will give us a glimpse into its vision, work, and impact across the region.
In a region rich with diversity and resilience, a collective vision emerged to harness the power of evaluation for a just and equitable society. The community of evaluators South Asia began as an idea in 2010, a shared vision of evaluators, thinkers, and changemakers committed to building a culture of evidence, reflection, and learning across the region. Established as a not-for-profit organization in India, the community of evaluators South Asia united professionals to strengthen the field of evaluation across South Asia.
Community of Evaluators South Asia serves as South Asia's largest network of evaluators, fostering opportunities for knowledge sharing, capacity development, and advocacy. We are committed to developing protocols and standards that resonate with our regional context.
COE South Asia is more than just a network. It is the epicenter of evaluation excellence, the largest confluence of evaluators in South Asia, where connections ignite and collaborations flourish.
As we stand today to enter the second decade of functioning and contributing, we invite you all to embark on a journey with us.
Let's forge pathways for knowledge to flow freely, ignite professional growth through dynamic capacity development initiatives, and weave an intricate web of impactful connections. Together, we can champion the power of evaluation, sculpt rigorous protocols, and elevate the evaluation standards across South Asia.
The flagship event, Evaluation Conclave, has been a cornerstone for dialogue and innovation. From New Delhi to Kathmandu, Thimphu to Colombo, these gatherings have catalyzed transformative discussions on evaluation practices.
Through initiatives like Innovative Challenge Project, we have mobilized South Asian local wisdom to democratize evaluation theory and practice, ensuring that our approaches are grounded in indigenous wisdom and responsive to our unique challenges.
With a vision that extends beyond borders, Community of Evaluators South Asia continues its journey.
COE South Asia serves as a vital bridge to the global evaluation community, offering unmatched opportunities for the professionals to share knowledge and deepen their perspective. As we gather in Colombo for the Evaluation Conclave 2025, we reaffirm our collective commitment to amplifying diverse voices and localizing evaluation to drive meaningful global impact.
Together, we evaluate for equity,
shaping a future that reflects our shared values
and aspirations, driven by connections,
insights,
and shared standards.
And up next, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you a brief video on the Eval for Action campaign. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as Madam Prime Minister shall be taking her leave, we'd like to extend her our heartfelt gratitude for gracing this occasion with your invaluable presence, Madam. Thank you very much, Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, Honorable Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your seats. And up next, we'd like to hear from our partners. And now we'd like to invite Mr. Henrique Pizzaia, Senior Evaluation Specialist at New Development Bank, to address you all.
Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Senator Kabir Hashim, Chair Haji Binandi, Director Marco Segoni, Chair Ada Ocampo, Director Emmanuel Jimenez, authorities, colleagues from the development world, and dear community of evaluators, Ayubawan. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you and be back in this charming and warm-hearted island, today representing our Director General, Mr. Ashwani Muto, of the Independent Evaluation Office of the New Development Bank. NDB is one of the newest multilateral development banks in the world. And in actual fact, we are celebrating 10 years next month. Just last week, Algeria joined us in the bank as a new member, adding to the original BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And the other 3 members, Egypt, UAE, and Bangladesh, where I just landed from. In this younger institution, we from the Independent Evaluation Office are younger. We just completed 3 years contributing to the development journey of the bank. The title of this conference, Integrating Voices and Localizing Evaluation for Global Impact, perfectly matches our goals. In our evaluations as Independent Evaluation Office, we use a combination of internationally recognized evaluation practices, standards, and criteria, particularly those ones established by the Evaluation Cooperation Group from the Multilateral Development Banks, with customized evaluation methodologies that align with the evaluation frameworks and priorities of our member countries and our local communities. Let me give you a couple of examples. So in 2024, we concluded an evaluation of the NDB financed renewable energy sector project in South Africa, where we merged all the well-known international evaluation criteria, relevance, effectiveness, efficiency, impact, and sustainability with the South African National Evaluation Policy Framework, adding as 2 standalone criteria, transformative equity and climate and ecosystem health. Likewise, in India, where I was last week conducting an evaluation on the Delhi-Ghaziabad Meerut rapid railway system, a project that was jointly implemented with ADB, AIIB, and ourselves, and where both institutions, ADB, Asian Development Bank, and Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, will be our peer reviews of our evaluation report. For this evaluation, we will also add an additional criteria on equity that is applied by the Indian Department of Monitoring and Evaluation Office, the NITI DMEO. Dear community, another important contribution that IEO is giving to this landscape is in integrating and localizing the voices on evaluation is the launch of the Global South Evaluation Platform, an IEO initiative that will be launched in the following months and that we will need the contributions of you all. To finalize, I'm anxious to listen to all of your thoughts, experiences, and network during the next few days. I wish us all a great event. Bohama Stuti.
Thank you very much, Mr. Henrique. And now to address you all, we'd like to invite Mr. S.S. Mudalige, Director General at the Department of Project Management and Monitoring.
Good evening to all of you. President of Community of Evaluators Association, all organizing partners of this event, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. This conclave comes at a pivotal moment for the global evaluation community. It is not only a meeting of mind, it is a collaborative platform to co-create an evaluation ecosystem that is inclusive, responsive, and truly future-ready. The theme, Future-Ready Evaluation, Integrating Voices and Localizing Evaluation Flow, Global Impact, perfectly capture both global and regional imperatives. Today, evaluation discourse is evolving to center on value of equity, adaptability, and conceptual relevance. We are being called upon not only to measure outcomes, but to modify the evaluation process, making it more inclusive, participatory, and impactful. It is an immense privilege to stand before you today as the Director General of the Department of Project Management and Monitoring, Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Sri Lanka, at this pivotal event organized by the Community of Evaluators South Asia. We are gathered here to discuss a topic of paramount importance to our nation's progress, prosperity, and effective implementation of national evaluation policy in Sri Lanka. As the apex body responsible for implementing monitoring and evaluation process for public investment activities in our country, we recognize the robust evaluation is not only a bureaucratic exercise, it is an indispensable tool for learning, improving, and ensuring that the public funds deliver their intended impact for benefit of all Sri Lankans. Our journey in monitoring and evaluation has been characteristic by a project-centric approach. While valuable, we acknowledge the need for a more systematic, coordinated, and strategic framework. This is where the national evaluation policy becomes a game changer. It provides an overarching framework, the principles and guidance to streamline our effort and moving us from fragmented assessment to a comprehensive and coherent evaluation ecosystem. Our department has been proactively laying the groundwork for this transformative shift to streamline the evaluation and monitoring process. We proudly serve as the Secretariat of Public Investment Monitoring and Evaluation Committee established under the Financial Management Act of 2024. This committee is crucial in bringing together key stakeholders and ensuring a unified approach to public investment oversight. Furthermore, we are committed to proactive engagement with all line ministries through our integrated quarterly progress review meetings. These meetings serve as a vital platform for collaborative learning and identifying bottlenecks and ensuring that projects remain on track and align with the national development objectives. I am pleased to report on our current progress. This year, our department is actively conducting 11 evaluation for 11 completed projects. This rigorous exercise allows us to assess effectiveness, efficiency, and sustainability of these investments, providing invaluable insight for the future planning. Looking ahead, we have already commence the crucial process for identifying project for our 2026 evaluation cycle, a process being guided by the National Evaluation Committee. This forward-looking approach ensures systematic and comprehensive evaluation pipeline. Moreover, significant step we have already taken is the establishment of a working group for public investment monitoring and evaluation process. This group, comprising experts and practitioners, is tasked with thoroughly reviewing our current practices and proposing concrete recommendations for its enhancements. We are confident that based on their insightful proposals, the department will take appropriate key action to significantly improve the monitoring and evaluation process across the country. The implementation of the National Evaluation Policy will be a cornerstone of good governance. It will foster a culture of evidence-informed policymaking, enhance public accountability, and ultimately lead to more effective and impactful public investment. It will also strengthen our ability to learn from both our successes and challenges, ensuring continuous improvement in how we deliver public services and infrastructure. We are also welcoming agile project management practices, modernizing our monitoring framework, and integrating lessons learned to enhance outcomes. Our vision is clear. Every evaluation must inform smarter, more effective investment in the future. But being future ready also means embracing technological and generational shifts. Emerging tools such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and big data analytics are transforming how we collect, analysis, and apply evidence. However, these technologies must employed ethically, ensuring the inclusivity and guarding against systematic biases. The Summit for the Future Evaluation, as a part of this conclave, rightly underscore the importance of youth leadership, grassroots participation, and intergenerational partnerships. Evaluation must become a two-way dialogue with citizens, communities, and especially our youths, who are both today stakeholders and tomorrow leaders. In South Asia, we face complex development challenges, from food insecurity to gender inequalities to environmental vulnerabilities and inequalities in access to health and education. This requires localized evaluation systems that respect traditional knowledge, elevate community voices, and blend them with the innovative and evidence-based methodologies. Finally, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to all partners of this important event, the community of evaluators, South Asia, Evolve for Action, UNFE Independent Evaluation Office, and Evolve Youth and Global Parliamentarian Forum for Evaluation, and International Organization for Cooperation in Evaluation. Your collective leadership continue to redefine what evaluation can and should be. Let us move forward together, championing evaluations that are inclusive in design, grounded in context, and forward-looking in applications, and global in their impact. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. S.S. Mudalige. And now to propose the vote of thanks, we'd like to invite Dr. Shweta Anand, Board Member, Community of Evaluators South Asia, along with Dr. Soma De Silva, former President of Sri Lanka Evaluation Association.
The Evaluation Conclave 2025, hosted by Community of Evaluators South Asia with the Independent Evaluation Office of UNFPA, is a landmark event driving innovation and collaboration in the field of evaluation landscape. It brings together global voices to rethink the role of evaluation in advancing equity and impact. A key highlight, the Summit for the Future of Evaluation sets the stage for forward-looking, inclusive, and transformative evaluation practices for a rapidly evolving world. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's our great honor to deliver the vote of thanks at this momentous inauguration of the Evaluation Conclave 2025 here in the lively city of Colombo. On behalf of the organizing committee, we extend our deepest gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, Dr.Harini Amarasuriya, who has graced us with her presence, setting the tone for what promises to be a deeply engaging and impactful conclave. Madam Prime Minister, your words have inspired us and reminded us of the value of evaluation in shaping inclusive, equitable, and evidence-based development. Honorable Kabir Hashim, Chair, Global Parliamentarians Forum for Evaluation; Marco Segone, Director, Independent Evaluation Office, UNFPA; Anna Erika Larissa, Chair, Evaluate, Global Network; Khalil Bitar, President, IOC; Mr. Henrique Pisa, Senior Professional, New Development Bank, Independent Evaluation Office; Takafumi Kadeno, General Country Director, Asian Development Bank; Mr. S.S. Mudalige, Director General, Development of Project Management and Monitoring; Mr. Pradeep Saput-Hantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister. Thank you all for your continued support and trust in this platform. Your contributions, both strategic and logistical, have been essential in bringing this conclave to life. We would also like to thank Mr. Mark Andre Fanke, United Nations Resident Coordinator in Sri Lanka, and all the heads and representatives of UN organizations for your presence and leadership in incorporating evaluation as an effective tool in delivering results through development interventions. We would like to thank you and thank the government officials and dignitaries for being here today. Your presence signifies the Parliamentary Forum's long-standing and influential partnership.
Continuing our appreciation, a special word of thanks to the evaluation thought leaders, Professor Michael Quinn Patton, Ada Campo, President of the International Development Evaluation Association, for their efforts in shaping, motivating, and stimulating the field of evaluation for greater impact and clarity worldwide. Needless to say, this giant stride in the battlefield of evaluation is indeed a collective effort. Many contributed, giving their unwavering, unstinted support to make this event an example of a perfect bringing together of hearts and minds to work together to shape the future of evaluation. Dr. Asela Kalugampitya worked tirelessly to mastermind the program along with the COE South Asia Chairperson, Dr. Rajiv Nandi. Yes. And Dr. Ranjit. And Dr. Ranjit. Yes, and Dr. Ranjit Mathupala. Dr. Ranjit Mathupala. Their extensive experience in promoting evaluation, their steadfast conviction that evaluation can and should catalyze development was a strong pillar in the mantle of the 2025 conclave. Your commitment, right from the conception to the execution of this event, is inspirational. Evaluate, the young and emerging evaluators, speakers, delegates, and all the participants deserve loud applause for their dynamism, energy, and talents that adorn this event. Let me recall the Prime Minister's words in her message to the conference book. I quote, "I particularly appreciate the idea of promoting young and emerging evaluators, as my country also needs more competent evaluators to produce evaluations leading to us making good decisions," unquote. A special word of thanks to all our partners and sponsors for their gracious support and the intellectual contributions. UNFPA, Independent Evaluation Organization Office, IOCE, Evaluate, Global Parliamentarians Forum, New Development Bank, Gates Foundation, Asian Development Bank, IDRC, and the Institute for Participatory Interaction in Development, IPID, and Bangladesh Evaluation Association. We are grateful to each and every person, organization who has traveled from far and near to be here today. Your commitment to advancing the field of evaluation is what makes this conclave meaningful. Tireless organizing teams, volunteers, and support staff, thank you for your dedication and attention to detail. Your behind-the-scene work has ensured a seamless beginning to what we believe will be a truly enriching experience.
No, it's not the ending, just the beginning. So with this, we officially set the stage for learning, collaboration, and transformation. Let us move forward together to explore new ideas, build stronger networks, and push the boundaries of what evaluation can achieve. Thank you, and let the evaluation begin.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shweta Anand and Dr. Soma De Silva. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we shall wind up the joint inauguration of the Evaluation Conclave and Summit for the Future of Evaluation. Thank you very much for your participation. And also, we'd now like to invite all of you to please join us for dinner. Hope you all enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much.